Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to build this sweet table saw extension. Let's go check out, see how we built it.
This is the problem. This is the exact reason I need this jig. Look at how wonky that looks. Doesn't even look safe. Well, here's that other technique. Look halfway, turn it around, flip it upside down, go the other way. Yeah, that's terrible.
All right, guys. Two things I got for you. I got a new light back there. Hopefully it makes the shop a little brighter. And I got a new microphone. Hopefully the sound is better and I don't have to mess with it in editing. Upgrades. Okay, check it out. This is what we're doing. I'm trying to build that bench. And I don't know if you can see that. Look at that board. It is crooked and twisted that way, and crooked and twisted that way, crooked and twisted that way. It's just ridiculous. So I'm going to build a table fence or table saw fence extender so that I could get one good edge and not have my cut piece, me having to fight with it as it falls off the table saw. So you saw in just the other part of the video, I took this MDF, I got a bunch of sheets of those. I took this MDF. This one I cut 5 inches wide. The top one's 2 inches wide, just screwed it together 90 degrees. And then I did take the factory edge, which is this one, flip it all around, and made sure the part that's going to be against my fence, I cut on a table saw, make sure stuff on my fence is going to be perfectly flat. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If I extend the tabletop 30 inches, that would give me from about the center of the blade, give me about 39 inches from the center of the blade. And then it's only 9 more inches to be 4 foot. So that means I could push this all the way through, be supported this whole way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we got this nice thin. I don't want to use like another sheet of MDF or a sheet of plywood or something, because I don't want this way out here to be super weighted and cantilevered. I don't know if it's going to bend the MDF or pull it off the fence. I don't know. I just think having a piece nice and light right there, I think that'd be right. I don't really have a good reason to make it. I don't really have a good reason to make it that wide. Well, let's just come up with a measurement. Okay, we'll just make it 4 inches this way. And then we'll screw it and glue it from the bottom. Right, and this will be, of course, trued up a little better. But when we run our piece, see the drop there? I'm hoping this is going to true up when I screw it all to the bottom right there. But even there, I mean, that little bit of drop is not terrible. So then the piece will just come through and be able to push all the way to the end. So you can see this right here. It's lined up real nice now that this platform is glued and screwed and nailed to this part. What I'm going to do though, I think I'm going to take a razor blade or a chisel or something and kind of put a bevel on there So there's like no transition. Now I think I'm gonna do the same thing and take this board and stick it over here so that I again have a bit of a transition, somewhere to kind of hold the workpiece. So let's go ahead and add that in there. All right, so here's what we got. Notice I can now extend the table this way for cutting longer pieces. I don't have to kind of be out here. So it sits there nice. I would run it through the straight edge, get all the way through, cut it, and it can sit over there. If you look over here real quick, we're gonna have to make a game time decision here. All right, guys, so what we have here, I like that this extension's like that good 30 inches that we made it, but it does lend itself to be a little flexible. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a leg out of this piece of board right here, and I just wanted to slide on like this. So we'll go ahead and cut it, yay tall. We'll cut a groove out, maybe 3/4 into the board, so that effectively it'll slide in and be, the support underneath, so that there's no flex. And I think what I'm gonna do is cut the groove a little bigger than it needs to be on the bottom, so that when I slide it on, I could use some wedges underneath to kind of prop it up and keep it in place. All right, let's try that. Okay, so on the real, I don't know why, but the jigsaw is not my friend. I totally suck at this. All right, I think we just accidentally made a 100% free DIY table saw fence and deck extender. So here's how it works. We have our jig. We're going to line it up with wherever we need to make our cut. One end of the jig fits nice up against the back. And on my table saw here, I have this little lip. So we lock it in place. We're going to get some clamps clamped in place. We're going to take our homemade leg over here. Slide it into position. We'll take our wedges. Stick them up underneath there. Now look, guys, there is no flex. And then what we would do next is we would, whatever our measurement is, notice here, my material can sit off of the table. I'll run it against the extended fence here, which is another straight edge, and I'll be able to run it off the table. With our added support over there, we're golden. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual reason we built this. All right, so I'm working on a bench, like a big chunky bench to sell. I'm going to use, I believe this is like reclaimed maple from some big pallet. Some stuff was shipped on here, but man, this stuff is terrible. So the idea is I want to be able to run it through the table saw and kind of find, look, it's even a little messed up right there. try to find a good edge so I can mill it into usable material. If I just used the table saw fence, I would run out of space for the straight edge. So now I got myself set up here. I can run it the whole way, all the way through, all the way through, all the way through, getting a straight edge, and the material is safe on the other side. We are good. This is cool. We're going to try a maiden voyage here with these boards. Notice the board, like I said, is also twisted. So I'm going to use some wedges to keep it from twisting as it runs down the table saw. So this is the first time I'm ever using crazy glue woodworking. Not crazy glue, hot glue woodworking. Apparently it's a thing. And then come over this way and have basically the same type of mechanism. Just stick it in there. I gotta cut some more wedges. Now I really just needed to kind of hold it in place. It's going to be cut off anyway. I just don't want it to wobble while I'm running it through the table saw. All right, there's the side we just cut. There's the level. Now I know it's hard to see, but from as bad as that board was, I mean, just about a piece of paper in the middle right there. Grabs right there. Still kind of grabbing it. I don't know if I'm just pushing it through or not. Well, stuck right there too. So to go from as crooked as it was to just about that far off on one pass on one side, we can definitely work with that. Now, just so nobody accuses me of being sneaky, this is the part that we cut. You can see it's flat. It's flat within a sheet of paper. I don't even know. What is the thickness of a sheet of paper? A 64th or something? So that's there, but you can see the board still crooked, and the other side still has that wobble to it. And it's possible that this side will have that wobble to it too. Oh, look at that. Solid as a rock. All right, gonna make the second cut. I already glued up some shims like we did on the last cut. So let's go ahead and find a good spot. Lock it down there. Hopefully that shaves off enough of this so we have another good side. Again, I'm not trying to mill it perfect right now. I'm trying to get it close enough so that I can like kind of use another technique. Hey guys, well that's it for this video. Listen, I don't want to make a big long video on this. I'm making a video and building the bench that we're going to try to sell. But I needed this jig, so we stuck a video in there real quick. So you saw this jig took no time. It's a couple pieces of wood, get the off cut or the off feed part of it. We made a little leg with some wedges. It worked out perfect. I was messing around with it kind of off camera, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty good at 90 degrees for a couple of boards that were just utterly just ruined, just ridiculous. And this one, I'll be honest with you, is probably off by about a degree in some spots. But in other spots, it's right on, perfect 90 degrees. That has to do with the wobble in the board and stuff. But this is my idea. I'm going to try to get at least 2 good sides and kind of panel them up. Maybe use the router table to just take off enough to make one full flat side, flip it all over, do it again, and then do some fine work with the sander and stuff. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call this one done. And I'm going to cut up the rest of the boards kind of off camera or for the bench video. And then we'll get that one done too. Once again, I appreciate you watching. Tell all your friends, tell everybody you know. Oh, listen, hey, wait a minute. We got like 210 subscribers now. You guys been telling everybody. To all the new subscribers, welcome. I hope you enjoy the stuff that I'm putting out. And I hope you build this jig. I hope you get this jig built up. Send me some pictures or something. Let me know how it works out for you. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Tell everybody you know, tell your friends, your neighbors, people who don't even have this jig would want to watch this video to have that jig. So tell them. Let me know what you think about this video, about the jig. Maybe you build one. Maybe you already have one. Who knows? Just do a little something on the bottom over there. Let me know what's up. Once again, let's get this YouTube channel rolling. Out. Thanks, guys.